level. It is to be 60 and still run a marathon. And to be deaf, but hear the game like never before. Betika is to test the limits of speed. And to swing hard at every opportunity. Betika is to be loving Ghana, DRC, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Uganda. Betika is to do the impossible. It is possible with Betika.
Welcome to Betika, the home of champions.
Good evening and welcome to the Liga EA Sports. Season 8 is a big one. Ronaldo's with Iñaki, the far side, the highest quality. And we'll have our third penalty of the day. La Liga's top marksman.
Watch La Liga live on Motorsport. The world's best football is on. This broadcast is proudly brought to you by Sportybet. Play with champions. Big Brother Naija is rated 18. To protect young viewers, use the parental controls and channel blocking functions on your DSTV and GoTV decoders. Big Brother Naija Season 10. Rated 18. Co-sponsor, Guinness.
Your top stories on Blitz Africa this hour.
Bournemouth's fine start to the season continued after a come-from-behind 3-1 win over Fulham. After a goalless first half, Ryan Sessegnon had given the Cottagers the lead before a rousing response by the Cherries. A moment of genius from Antoine Semenyo levelled matters from a tight angle before an unstoppable effort from Justin Clifford overturned the deficit. As Fulham pushed forward for an equaliser in stoppage time, Semenyo capped a superb individual night with his second goal to go with an assist after finishing off an emphatic counter-attack. The win moved the Cherries up to second in the standings, although everyone else has yet to play this weekend.
Yeah, probably is the best way to score, no? Because if you score the 2-1, okay, it's important, but you still have some minutes to play, no? The 3-1 is definitive, and we've enjoyed it. It has been a difficult game, it has been a hard game, and to win and come back after conceding the first goal, I think it's important.
I believe apart from the first 10-15 minutes that we had some difficulties to control them. After that moment, I think the game was very balanced and we did control and looking for the chances created until they equalized the game. They didn't have them. I think that is true for both teams, not many chances as well. We score in a good collective moment from ourselves, good combination, good the penetration in the right moments between Sessegnon and Chukwueze in that great finish after from Sessegnon. We did it very well. And two individual moments from them decided the game. That is true. The individual quality from two players decided. One goal from 30 yards, the second goal, and the equalizer in a moment that you have two against one on the side, and you have to do it much better to control the 1v1 with Semenyo there.
The win was highlighted by another excellent showing from their star Ghanaian winger. With his brace and assist, Semenyo has been directly involved in more goals than any other player in the Premier League since the beginning of May, with 8 goals and 4 assists.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the win in front, it was a bit frustrating to be honest, but I feel like we had our spells, we had our moments, we just needed to finish our chances, and we done that in the end. So I think just playing with confidence, enjoying playing with this team, and yeah, loving every moment.
The raucous Ellen Road atmosphere is driving Leeds United forward as they strive to consolidate in the top flight. Bournemouth were the first away side to score there this season, but the 2-2 draw means Leeds remain unbeaten at home, and results might have been even better.
What I like about our start so far in terms of performances, we have not one point lucky, but we have also, I would say, lost 3 points very, very unlucky. So it could be easily even on 10 or 11 points, if I'm honest, and then we would not just be talk of the town, but also talk of the country, if I'm honest.
The chatter about Tottenham Hotspur centres on their resilience under Thomas Frank. coming from behind to draw their last 2 league matches.
This is Chow. He's shaking his legs!
The pattern continued in the Champions League as Spurs salvaged a point at Norwegian club Bodø Glimt. But momentum is waning. Frank needs a win, like the 4-1 success that relegated Leeds 2 years ago.
Ancient rivals with modern agendas.
Chelsea take on Liverpool.
Drogba. Oh, what a finish that is! Goes for goal and finds it! And Terry Torres!
Meetings between the two sets of players have been frequent, significant, and sometimes ill-tempered.
Salah! Oh, wow! Oh! Another scores!
This fixture is a Premier League staple, a match that's moulding title destinies and great European semi-finals. A heavyweight clash between 2 of the league's big hitters.
Getafe were aiming to continue their strong start to the season when they headed to Estadio Al-Sadar on Friday evening to tackle Osasuna. The visitors were 8th in the Liga table with 11 points from their opening 7 matches of the campaign, while Osasuna were 14th, having claimed 7 points from 7 games. The visiting Deep Blue Ones were first to get their nose in front as Borja Mayoral tapped home an inviting cross into the box that the defenders and the keeper failed to deal with. That advantage was wiped out just before the break, though, with Osasuna equalizing a peach of a goal.
Victor gets it out wide. And that is an absolute screamer from Bretones, the left wing back. Has levelled the scores in El Sadar. Just popping up on the right hand side of the area, curling that one past David Soria.
Osasuna grabbed the winner with virtually the last kick in regulation time. 3 points in the bag for the hosts.
It's a decent corner there. Catena comes in unmarked to score what could well be the winning goal here for the home side. First corner of the game in the 90th minute.
With survival the major hope of the season, Verona and Sassuolo met for a Friday night fight in Serie A. It was a relatively free-flowing start to the match with a double chance for the visitors kicked out early on. Down at the other end, meanwhile, Verona were awarded a penalty, but VAR intervened to overturn the spark kick after a foul on Arijanet Muric was picked up in the build-up. Around an hour in, there was very nearly a moment of embarrassment from Verona after a ricochet off the goalkeeper almost rebounded into the back of the net instead. As the Sassuolo bench started to empty, the changes began to tell for the visitors, with that penalty going the way of the men in white to hand in all 3 points. Up steps Pinamonti, straight at the keeper, and Pinamonti is a relieved man to stab it home at the second time of asking. Montiport called his bluff, Montiport stood his ground. But in the end, Pinamonti and Sassuolo do get the opening goal.
welcome to you from the Stokeras, the home of Wrexham. And you'll see in a moment what a special atmosphere we have here tonight for the game that's become known as the Hollywood Derby, Wrexham against Birmingham City. Short to O'Brien, chance to Colmore, good stop Beadle. Got across really well. Wrexham started to come alive, deflected again, another Wrexham corner. A spectacular save, but it's a good one. Here's the delivery, and this time they turn it home. First blood Wrexham, touched on, Dobson charging in. Robinson. Oh, they play their way into trouble. Beadle makes a fantastic save. It's great. A lovely weaving round. This is his quality. Gray! Good save of Cockrell, but the brilliance of Damari Gray. Oh, from Longman. Wrexham threatening once more, and again it's Dobson. Beadle got a touch more, couldn't quite. A little bit of time and space to try and pick out the cross. Kabore slips. Big chance Gray, couldn't keep it down. Good sort of start, converting and they might make a perfect one they have! Oh, they have! Patrick Roberts! 1-1! Seconds into the second half. So Dobson and Roberts in either half. It finishes here, Wrexham 1, Birmingham City 1.
At the Shanghai Masters, Alex de Minaur brought crisp angles and relentless energy, pressuring Camilo Ugo's serve from the outset. In their second round encounter, in their first set alone, de Minaur ensured 3 breakpoint chances, converting one of them to break and edge the set 6-4. Ugo showed fight on serve, but de Minaur's depth and accuracy kept him pinned back. In the second set, de Minaur turned the pressure dial higher. He created 4 breakpoint opportunities, converting 2 ripping breaks to open the set, and again later to seal it 6-2. Every time Ugo tried to hold momentum, de Minaur's return snapped it back. In all, his sharp return game and clinical conversion of breakpoint chances made the difference in this straight sets victory.
It's a brilliant win for de Minaur. A hard-fought win as well. Well played, Ugo Carabelli. Feels like he deserved a little bit more from that, the way he played, but it's always 100% commitment for the Argentinian. De Minaur just had a little bit too much in his game. He'll be pleased with that.
With more than 50 places between them in the world rankings, it was expected to be a relatively simple affair when America's Taylor Fritz took on Fabian Marozsan at the Shanghai Masters. Quite against the expectations, it wasn't Fritz, but Marozsan who looked the more comfortable over the opening set with not just 1 but 2 breaks, stunning the Americans 6-2. The second was considerably stronger from a Fritz perspective, with his serve finding its range as he took the set to a tiebreak, which he eventually won 7-6. The third set was remarkably similar to the first, although towards the tail end of the set it was Marozsan who came close to finding a late break, with Fritz fending off 2 match points before going on to win the match in the tiebreak.
Seed Linda Noskova made light work of a British opponent, Sonny Cottel, to reach the semi-finals of the China Open. Noskova kept unbeaten streak intact against Cottel after their first meeting in Rome earlier this year. The Czech player earned the first break of the encounter and raced to a 3-1 advantage. Cottel then showed some fight, making a 3-all before Noskova went on a run of winning 3 games on the spin to close out the first set 6-3. Cottel hoped to turn matters around in the quarter-final by earning break number 2. However, the fight back was fleeting as Noskova turned the screws, breaking the Cottel serve twice for a straight sets victory to earn her place in the semis.
It is a semi-final of a 1,000 event for the first time. Team Noskova happy. And Lyndon Noskova is the youngest Czech player to ever reach this stage of the highest level of WTA competition. Another fairly easy victory over Sonny Cartel, 6-3, 6-4.
You have all heard the word Betika, but do you know what Betika really means? To Betika is to climb to the top of the world. To Betika is to swing into the top 100 globally. To Betika is to get promoted to the next level. It is to be 60 and still run a marathon, and to be deaf the game like never before. To Betika is to test the limits of speed and to swing hard at every opportunity. To Betika is to be loving Ghana, DRC, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Uganda. To Betika is to do the impossible. It is possible with Betika.
Welcome to Betika, the home of champions. It's Play Day, big adventures and crazy quests all in one place. No rules, just fun. On your screen, on the run. Made for giggles, made for fun. Made for now. Showmax.
Join the journey and watch the Sundown Kids Marathon live on Supersport.
Stream DSTV anywhere.
Well, we are expecting a frenetic Friday, live from the Country Club of Jackson, a course that's well over 100 years old and has played host to many a big weekend over the course of the last decade or so at this championship on tour. Well, already plenty of play from that morning crop of players, many of whom we saw on our day one coverage. And Danny Walker playing what was his fourth hole of the day, a near hole out actually, but his third birdie of the day on his way to a 468.
So we saw a lot of Garrett Bigo in yesterday's opening round. This is a birdie putt at number 12. Just continues his good play. That led to a 66 and 13 under par for the first two rounds.
And 23-year-old Tom Kim on debut here in Mississippi, looking for his 10th eagle of the season. Out to 8 under par. Making a move is the three-time PGA Tour winner.
And the defending champion, Kevin Yu, lovely wedge to the front portion of this green. Set that one up at 8, out in 32 because he added another birdie at the 9th hole. So he's now 4 away from that lead of the young South African who validated that opening 65 with a sensational score today. Walker just a couple back of that. And for so many players who are going to be working so very hard throughout this FedEx Cup 4 to ensure they play some weekend golf, every shot matters.
Blustery conditions greeted the field at Huakale for the third round of the Lot Championship. Still looking for her first win of this season, world number 2 Nelly Korda found herself in contention with the third round of 69. It leaves her in a tie for 10th, but just 2 strokes off the pace. There's 8 players in the tie for second, which includes Japan's Minami Katsu. 7 birdies and a bogey saw her card the joint lowest round of the day with a 66. Leading the way is Akie Iwai, the 23-year-old Japanese player who won the Portland Classic in August for her first LPGA Tour title, shot a 1 under 71 in difficult conditions to get to 13 under. The race to the World Championship may have been decided, but there was an air of excitement at Mandalika ahead of qualifying for the Indonesian MotoGP. Newly crowned champion Marc Marquez struggled this weekend and could only qualify 9th after coming through Q1. The Ducati rider was forced to claim his spot in Q2 during the first session of qualifying and set a time that was only good enough for the 3rd row of the grid. After clinching his 7th title in Japan last weekend, the 9th place start marks his worst grid slot of the season. The pace was set by Aprilia rider Marco Bezzecchi, who blitzed through to claim the pole position. The Italian finished the session as the only rider to lap in the 128s, recording a 128.83 seconds and setting a new all-time lap record.
This, though, could be history beckoning for Bezzecchi. Are we going to witness the first ever 128 lap of the Mandalika circuit? He's up by over 4/10 of a second, a 129.088. It's Jorge Martin's all-time lap record. That's going to be obliterated. It's demolished. It's destroyed by Bezzecchi. It is the first ever 128 MotoGP lap of this Mandalika circuit. 128.832. Bezzecchi on pole. Acosta second with only 7/10 of a second back. Aldeguer looking to get himself back onto the furrow. This will be some job by Aldeguer. On the spare, Cusini Ducati. Everybody goes into the second with 129.230.
The original Formula One night race, Singapore, where the walls are close and the challenge is intense. Looks clean, looks like it's not a bit too hot. Alex Albon down in the pits, at the back of the car. That's perilous for Charles Leclerc locking up. Pierre Gasly, who's grateful for the runoff area that's down there. Oh, bit of a snap. That does go past his sliding block. The Ferrari will admit there is what I thought. A very tight moment. I liked it. Antonelli going for the ceiling route down 14. Oh, and off the road, George Russell. How's he driven that back to the pit? He's absolutely nailed the barriers. Into the wall goes Liam Lawson.
The wall broke.
The Ferrari into the McLaren and into the pit wall.
And it just crashed your shit.
This season's got everything.
Inspiring others is one of the many benefits of attaining a UFC title. Utilizing his new status, UFC light heavyweight king Magomed Ankalaev continues to support those in his home nation, looking to follow in the footsteps of past and present Dagestani champions.
Конечно, быть чемпионом, тебя узнают везде. Это такое, можно сказать, приятное чувство, которое в жизни изменилось многое, как бы, возможностей много, и ты можешь помочь многим людям. Люди увидели, что я не сдаюсь, не сдался и добился своего. хорошей форме, уже готов, все сделано, сейчас нужно подать. Это стоит. Ребята могут преследовать и достичь этого успеха.
Начинается самое интересное. Главный камень. Welcome to the Dagestan. We're just beginning. And imagine after 10 years, we can realize how good we are in MMA map in the world. It's gonna be very hard to start. This invasion. We never sit together like three UFC champions in the arena in Dagestan, you know. I'm really happy to be here, to see all these people here.
Сегодня предоставили мне возможность настроить победителя. Это очень приятный процесс.
He is one of the best who ever did in Russia already, and he is keep improving himself, keep climbing on top to be the best who ever do this. I really believe he has skills.
В этом спорте терпение – это самое важное, так как успех придет.
I know Corey Sandhagen has been thinking a long time about this matchup.
I want to bring awe to the fans when they watch. I can knock Murad out. I can submit Murad. I'm not going to get tired in 5 rounds. And my wrestling is 1,000 times better than these other guys that he's fought. He's going to take down. Right now, I feel unbeatable.
It's gonna be non-stop pressure fighting from all of us. And we will find out who's the better fighter.
This guy is a real problem to this division.
Against the likes of Jose Aldo, Petr Yan, Henry Cejudo. It's all about pressure and non-stop offense from Murad Twalishvili.
At UFC 320, I win this fight.
I'm gonna pinch Corey Sandhagen. I'm gonna dominate him. And show the world again I'm the best fighter.
The bantamweight title showdown leads the way for the main event. The light heavyweight king Magomed Ankalaev.
He's so complete. He's explosive, a perfect fighter. That's what you find.
Attempts to defend his title in a rematch against former champion Alex Pereira.
He has devastating power, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the sport, one of the greatest of all time.
It all goes down to the fight after the war at UFC 320 in Las Vegas.
This is as high level as it gets. This is an unbelievable card. This guy's unstoppable. Murad Twalishvili, he's a machine. He just melts guys. Corey Sandhagen, he's fought high-level guys, and he shut their lights off. 2 world championship fights.
Do not miss UFC 320, Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira 2 on the 5th of October. Keep your cage-like seat to the UFC. Stay connected to DSTV.